Good day, everyone, and welcome to Cad-Cafe. On this tutorial, I'll be taking you through the sketch tool rectangle, and I'll be also be showing you a simpler way of renaming your sketch or drawing. So let's just start our new drawing of part. Okay, so this, of course, this is our graphic area. So let's just take um, our plane to be top plane. You'll be doing the drawing on top plane, and let's just sketch. So on the sketch on the rectangle tool, we have different types of rectangle. If you click on this drop down, the first type of rectangle you see is a corner rectangle, and the second is center rectangle. The third 3 point center corner, 3 point corner rectangle, and the fourth 3 point center rectangle, and the last one being the parallelogram. So I'll be taking you through all of these rectangle types, and I will show you how it works. Okay, for the corner rectangle, you click on it, and then you pick a point, you drag it, and then you click again. So how this corner rectangle works is that you pick a point at the corner, okay, and you drop it at the second point at the next corner which you want to join to stop. So what I did was that oh, I picked the first point which is at the corner, the first corner, and then drag it to the second point being the second corner. Okay, so that's what makes it a corner rectangle. Okay, so you don't need to stress much. So just pick 2 points. First point is here, second point is here. Okay, so that is for this the corner rectangle. So you just have to select 2 points. Okay, so um on the second type of rectangle, the center rectangle. So this one you have to just pick a center point. Okay, so you pick a center point and then you drop the next point outside the rectangle. So let me just quickly show you. Wherever you pick will be assumed to be your midpoint on the rectangle. So see that, then you drop. Okay, so in this type of rectangle, you notice that you don't need to really. Let me just show you something. Notice that in this rectangle, you don't need to struggle to find your midpoint, as opposed to the first rectangle, which the corner rectangle, which you will have to use center line, possibly another center line to be able to know your midpoint, which is this point. Okay, so you don't need to do that for this type of rectangle. So this is the basic use of the center rectangle. So you just pick your midpoint. You were trying to draw a rectangle uh, that requires a midpoint. So you just simply pick the center rectangle, okay, and then you use it to draw your object. Okay, so now this is the third one is a 3 point center rectangle. So for a 3 point corner rectangle, it has 3 points. Okay, so the first point is where you start the drawing, second point, and then your third point. So this helps you to expand the height of your rectangle to whatever degree you want to. Okay, and you may as well want to, draw it at a particular angle. Let's assume you want to draw a rectangle that is tilted to at a particular angle. Okay, so this is it. See that? Okay, so let's just assume you have a, a drawing here, and then here, and you need to draw your rectangle. So you simply do this, at a certain angle. So you can actually come back here and then dimension it. Sorry about that. Okay, so my angle here is 20 degrees. Okay, so that is it. So you may choose to do that. Okay, so that is that for the 3-point corner rectangle. And then for the 3-point center rectangle, the same thing is actually the same rectangle as a 3-point corner rectangle, but this one, the first point of drawing is the midpoint of the rectangle. So whatever point I'm picking, okay, is taken to my midpoint. Okay, we've seen that. Okay, so the first point is the midpoint, and the second point is the midpoint of this vertical line, which is the side of the rectangle. Okay, and the third point is the height of the rectangle. Okay, so this is where I want the rectangle to stop in terms of height. Okay, so the first point, the, the second point, yeah, and the third point. So it's similar. It's quite similar to this. Just that the first, this other one, the 3-point corner rectangle, you're taking your drawing from, or starting your drawing from a corner. Okay, while the 3-point center rectangle, you're starting from the center, similar to the corner rectangle and the center rectangle. So this one, you're starting your drawing from the corner, while the center rectangle, you start your drawing from the center. So that's the difference. And then the last one is the parallelogram. Okay, so this is a parallelogram. And then let me just quickly show you some basic things that you're supposed to know about this parallelogram. Now, and before that, let me just do something. Let me establish something. Now, notice that the distance, this this angle is 90 degrees. Okay, so the sum of angles in a rectangle or parallelogram is 360 degrees. Okay, so which means that two opposite side of a parallelogram has the same angle. Okay, let me show you that. So let's assume this is a 70 degrees. It therefore means that this other side will be 70 degrees. You can see that. So the opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. So similar to this, 110 degrees. And I'm sure if you do the same to this side, it's 110 degrees. So that's your basic mathematics, and you try to do that to dimension it to be over dimensioned. That's because this is already established. Okay, so that is that for parallelogram. And then let's just quickly do a quick example. So let's just do a quick sketch. Let's assume you want to draw your tabletop, just table, just and the top of your table, and then you also have your where you have your other section where you put your laptop and a place for your coffee cup. So let's just do that on the top plane still. Okay, so let's take a center rectangle, for instance, okay, and then we go over to future and then we extrude that. Okay, we extrude that. Okay, so that is that. And so, and then let's go ahead to add, let's make it normal. Let's add another sketch of where we will keep our laptop. So let's use the 3 point rectangle. So first point is here, second point is here, and then third point. And let's go ahead and then you know extrude that too. Okay. And then let's uh do create a section where we will keep our coffee cup. So let's just do a little circle here and then we cut it in to the material. So possibly just half of this. Yeah, I'm afraid that should be okay. Okay, so you can see that uh the table is so thin. So let's just try and see if we can edit the future and then increase uh let's change direction. Let's increase thickness. Okay, it's giving us error. Okay, never mind. Let's just stay simple. So that is our tabletop. So this way you can keep your coffee cup and then your laptop. And then so this is quite easy. So now let's go over to the simpler way of renaming your futures. So I in the previous video I already showed you how to do this. We have to just click this and then okay, or you click this and then you rename it. But it's a much simpler way. So which is simply for you to just right click on this, come to future properties and then you rename this. So this is our tabletop. Okay, let's just sketch for it. Okay, so you can minimize that and then this also is our laptop. Oh, sorry, future laptop top. And then this is our coffee. Oh, coffee holder. So that is that for our how to rename your futures. So you may choose to be the other way around and the other way as shown in the previous video, and you may choose to do it this way. So it's left for you, but I think this way is quite easy. Okay, it's quite easy. So that is all for this video, and then forget to subscribe. And if you have any question, drop it in the comment section. Thank you very much.